fellow Cleveland Browns fans and Ohio State fans and everybody else, come on in to the Library of Horror Hotel once again, where it's time for another Creepy Cheapie, where of course we look at the best and most noteworthy and interesting in the art of monsters and Halloween masks. You know, folks, there's a type of joke that's the old riddle that's along the lines of, what do you get when you cross this with a that? And well, some of those jokes are cute, some of them not always too funny. Sometimes the punchline isn't up to it. And well, if there's anybody who knows that not every joke can be funny, that would certainly be myself. But one such joke seems to have inspired the concept for today's Halloween mask. Specifically, what would you get if you crossed the Predator from the Predator movies with a vampire? Well, you'd get a predator vampire, or a vampire predator. See how that works? The official name is Predator Vampire, and I know that because it's right there on the sticker, on the tag, okay? The Predator Vampire was a 2025 issue from the weird people at Ghoulish Productions. And I don't think you'll be able to see it, but it does appear here, the tiny little Ghoulish logo. That's the little funny cartoon skull with the flames on it, is on the back to prove it's the Ghoulish. So that's the one you want. If you see one that doesn't have that on the back, that's you know, some knockoff from some other lesser company. The superior one is the Made in Mexico Ghoulish Productions one. Look at the detail in this thing. Now, when I first saw pictures of this, I was immediately reminded of, and I hate to be that guy. I hate to be the guy. I don't want to be the guy, because I hate that guy who can't say anything but, oh, that looks like this other thing I've seen before, every time he sees a piece of art. It's like accusing the artist of not having any imagination. It's like deliberately disparaging and diminishing the artist's contribution. And I don't like to be that guy, because I know how it feels to be on the other end of that, and sometimes people are wrong and you did not take inspiration from whatever it looks like to them. But in taking a very long time to explain that, let me get back to what I was going to say, which is when I first saw this, I thought of a series of movies called Blade, the Blade movies, because they have in them, at least in Blade 2, they had some creatures called, rather unimaginatively, Reapers. And the Reapers had a humanoid look, but they had these big mandible things that came out. But I thought that was the inspiration for this, but I guess it really wasn't. I guess what they meant was simply to cross the alien from the Predator movies with traditional vampire kind of Nosferatu look. Look at that thing, man. And what I like about it is, I'm gonna put my hands in here so you can see some of this stuff. These little pointy teeth and the big pointy teeth really have some depth to them. Give you a side view there. Look at that. That's so cool how the teeth actually stick out instead of just being sculpted in tooth fronts. They really did a super nice job with that. And the tongue, he's got this weird little monster tongue sticking out, and all the stringy, sinewy, gloppy stuff in there is nice and wet and scary looking. And I think if I wore this at a haunted house or the haunted hayride or something, and yeah, either came out just from behind a door or from behind a tree or popped up out of the bush or something, looked in the window, I think it would really frighten people, and people would jump and scream and give you all those reactions that we all love so much. Those frightened reactions, because this is a scary thing. And in case you can't tell, his eyes are kind of blotchy. They're a off-white, sort of a cream color with a little bit of a turquoise in the middle and a little bit of a gray splotch going on here and there. But they're very unhealthy looking. And then if you were wearing this, you'd be seeing out of little slits. And if you're a seasoned mask collector, you know about the little slits that go above the eyes in a lot of masks. And if you are a seasoned mask collector, what are you seasoned with? I mean, nutmeg? Or what kind of seasoning is, I don't know, wellies? Maybe you have wellies. No, not the boots, the salt. No, I know there's Wellies' boots, but there's also Wellies seasoned salt. Just look at the audience, will you please? Okay. Look at this creepy guy with the creepy recessed eyes and the extraordinarily nice sculpting on those things sticking out from the sides of his big, nasty, hungry mouth. Looks a bit like the Humpty Dumpty movies and Mask with the things that come up. But unlike Humpty Dumpty, I think this guy would actually use these to get you. You know, I think he would take a big bite out of a human victim if he could, especially if it was time for, say, Thanksgiving dinner. He might be extra hungry that day. He might be excited about it. But great sculpting, great wrinkles, awesome depth to all those pointy little teeth sticking out. And I believe he sells for, what do you sell for? About 60 bucks? 60? Yeah, 60 or 70 bucks, somewhere in that neighborhood, he says, which is not too bad of a neighborhood for an ugly thing like him. 60 or 70 bucks from Ghoulish Productions, and what would you wear with it? I would say the black robe. The black robe or the black suit with the black coat over it. I would wear dark. I wouldn't wear a lot of bright pink and purple polka dots, and no, I don't think that would work with the character. I think something a little more austere than that. All right, so there is your mask recommendation for the week, the very exciting Predator Vampire, or Vampire Predator, from the weirdos at Ghoulish Productions. 60 or 70 bucks. I like him. I think he's plenty frightening. And until next time, remember, there are only two kinds of people in the world. The kind that are really good at counting, and the other two kinds.